And welcome back to West Coast Weekend. My name is ZoeVermilion, and I'm joined here with Red Bull Gaming athlete GrandPOOBear. How you doing this afternoon, Pooh?
Hi. I'm doing wonderful. It's good to be here, Zoe. How's everything going?
It's going good. I feel like we haven't had a chance to talk in like 3 years, but
Been a bit.
You've been busy. I've been busy, but it's been good. So what are you thinking about the marathon so far?
Anytime the speedrun community can get together and just do what they do best, run games, it's always going to be a fun time. GDQ is just always top notch with the production. You know, we're all always playing catch up to them, so it's just anytime you can get involved with the GDQ thing, it's great. And plus, and I talked about this actually over GlitchCon weekend about something that I really love with these online events. And as much as we all miss in-person events, and we all miss in-person events, obviously, but what's been really cool about the online events is we get to see more showcases, like what's ending with Happy Feets, which I like. I love seeing the DDR games, and then what was it at SGDQ? They had the Half-Life Alyx run. Like, I just love getting to see those runs that we couldn't necessarily do in a crowd atmosphere. You know what I mean? Because you can't drag a whole DDR machine like around. So I love that aspect of it, and so those are definitely my favorite parts of these online marathons for sure.
Yeah, no, it's really cool seeing a bunch of those showcases that have like maybe setups that are just too big, but someone happens to have one in their apartment.
Big.
Yeah, it's super cool.
Yeah, I know. Hey, this is, you know what, and this is the time we could have been doing these Tetris runs right now. Free setup for Tetris games right now. Why are we not doing these on the online marathons? Get it together, Tetris community. Easy setup.
I know. I'd love to see some more TGM. So get on it. Yeah, I got some questions from Twitter here for you. Kind of the first one here is what's a game you always wanted to speedrun but never had the chance to?
Super Metroid will always be the game that I would love to speedrun, but will never actually attempt to do it. Absolutely. Super Metroid to me is the pinnacle of skill level for 2D speedruns. It blows my mind every time I watch it. I'm a huge fan of so many of the runners, and I would love to do it, but it seems so intimidating and time consuming, and takes years and years and years to get to a level where I would be happy with to be there. Yeah, absolutely.
Oh yeah, definitely. I agree. Super Metroid was actually the game that got me into speedrunning, period, like way back in 2005. So
yeah, I mean, it was like, for me, when I first started watching GDQs, even just casually, it was like I always had to watch the Super Metroid run. And now it's been really cool. Like I've been lucky enough to be on the couch for a couple of them now, so it's really cool how that ends up happening, you know?
Yeah, absolutely. It's really cool. It's GDQ's just awesome. It's fun to see kind of how the world is much different in my experience after having come across GDQ. That sentence made sense in my head.
I'm with you. Don't worry. Just go with it.
So this next question, this one's not gaming related. Do you have a favorite holiday dish or dessert?
I really like jelly thumbprint cookies that my wife makes. Like they're little sugar cookies, and you literally thumbprint them and then put jelly inside of it. I really dig those. Those are really, really good.
I just made the most excited face because it's my favorite kind of cookie.
Right? It's so good. Yeah, she has to hide them from me. Like, she has to put only a few out because I'll eat 40 cookies in a day, and I'm trying to get fit, trying to keep lean, so trying to avoid it on this holiday. I like that question. I wish there were more questions like that. You know what I mean? Like all the other speedrunning. We've talked about speedrunning. Let's talk about desserts. You know?
Yeah. Well, on that note, I'm just gonna go off script here. What's your favorite kind of pie?
Cheesecake. And cheesecake's a pie. I don't care what anybody says.
You're my favorite person today, Pooh, because I also agree that cheesecake is a pie, and it's my favorite.
There we go. One mind right here. We're getting it, you know?
I'm scared to push my luck any further. So I'm going to bring it back to just one more quick gaming question. Do you have any speedrun goals that you are hoping to accomplish, like in the nearest future, like personal bests, world records, or just learning a new run?
Well, I mean, I think with speedrunning, there's just always goals. You're never. One thing I've learned about speedrunning since I started it was no matter how many goals I achieve, there's always going to be another one in that game. And I think that's something that a lot of speedrunners can, especially like our boys, TheHaxor and Mitch, who we're going to see, like there's just always another goal for them. You know what I mean? In Mario 3. And it's just, you can never put it down. And I definitely have that feeling too. Like I want to go back and revisit my very first GDQ solo run I ever did, which is Super Jam World. I've beaten it one death a billion times. I need to beat it deathless. I want to get that perfect run in that game. And I talk about that a lot, and it's so much work. You know what I mean? Just getting over that last little hump. It just takes a lot of hours and a lot of work, and there's so many other things. There's this game Spelunky 2. I don't know if you guys are all familiar with that, but I really want to do some 799 speed runs because you get an accomplishment for doing it under a certain time. And just getting to 799 is just such an insane feat anyway, and then doing it in a quick time is very difficult. Not a lot of people in the world have been able to accomplish that yet. But otherwise, you know, I'm kind of been looking for that next game that's like scratched that itch for me. I'm in a casual retirement of Mario 3. I've kind of decided that game is not good for my mental health in the long run. So I'm in a casual retirement of that game, although I bust it out every once in a while. And yeah, so I'm just kind of looking for that next hack or that next game that really catches my interest and really like gets me going as far as that's concerned. But who knows? I mean, GrandPOOBear World 3 is going to come out very soon, and I definitely will dive into that a little bit.
I was about to ask about GrandPOOBear World 3.
Yeah, of course that one I'll definitely dive into that. And I'm sure that one's just it's gonna be right up my alley because you know, luckily Barb, he's just an incredible creator, but he tends to what do I want to say, drive those games in a way that he likes to make me both happy and sad in them.
Yeah.
Specifically me. Yeah, which is so great, you know, and I mean that's why I think that's why I love them so much.
You're the target audience for the GrandPOOBear World Series, and anyone else that plays it is just bonus.
Yeah, I'm lucky. I'm very, very lucky on that. So I know there's every once in a while he definitely does something. He's like, I'm gonna get poo with that one, you know, like so.
It's always entertaining to watch.
Yeah.
And then I'm gonna finish this up with a question that you've been asked far too many times, but I have to ask it. How did you get the name GrandPOOBear?
You know, I got the name GrandPOOBear. My grandmother actually was the first woman in America to wrestle live bears in the circus, and so it's kind of like a way to like honor her. She was a live bear wrestler, and she called me her poo, which is like her way of saying love. Which I hated as a kid, but now I love it. So that is how I got my name. It's just an honor to my late grandmother.
Well, that is very sweet, and I'm sure 100% true.
Absolutely.
Well, thank you so much, Pooh.
Can't prove it's not true.
Can't prove it's not true, so it's true. Well, thank you so much, Pooh. It's been a delight to interview here. I think we're going to go to a quick break in a moment and be back with some SMB3 unless you had any last words for the audience.
No, that'll do it. I'm excited for HaXor's SMB3 run. HaXor is just an incredible, dedicated runner. And then we have MitchFlowerPower on the mic as well, who's the best that's ever done it in this game. So it's going to be an amazing run. I'm super excited for it.
It's going to be fantastic. So you don't want to miss it. So hang tight. We'll be right back, everybody. And welcome back to West Coast Weekend. I am still ZoeVermilion. I am joined by TheHaxor, who will be doing SMB3, and then we've got GrandPOOBear and MitchFlowerPower for commentary. So the dream team for SMB3. How are y'all doing?
Doing great.
Doing great.
Yeah,
Karua here. I mean, I don't. You'd have to replace me with Karua to have the true dream team right there.
Dream team.
I'm happy to be here.
We miss you, Karua.
I don't think I'd be included.
I'm on the knockdown. I'm below them, you know what I mean? I'm just happy to be here. I'm happy to ride on the past glory of my SMB3 accomplishments to still get invited back to these wonderful.
Well, you have to admit, SMB3 only gets better when you're not playing, right? When you're watching somebody else go through the torture, it's actually better.
it's amazing how much I love the game more now that I just watched you guys run it. You know what I mean? Because it is such a beautiful speed run. It really is the most beautiful speed run.
See, I'm trying to get you back in. That's why, you know, I'm inviting you. We're gonna have a great run here, and you're gonna be like, wow, man.
I know.
You know, these new strats, they look amazing. Hopefully, in my head, that's how it works.
I'm nervous. It's all
don't buy it, Pooh. They're a nightmare. Some pixel manips. It's
oh yeah, for sure. All right, well, as you guys mentioned, this is SMB3, and we are running Warpless today. And I'm actually really excited to have Mitch here with me for this because I'm going to be doing some strats that he actually discovered and implemented over the last, it was like a year or so, I think, that he discovered it. So
right on.
There's a new route that allows me to skip. Yeah, allows me to skip an extra hammer bro, as well as there's some nice sub-pixel manipulation strats that he came up with as well. It was something that we've known, but he's kind of like taken it to another level with a lot of stuff. So hopefully I'll get to showcase some of that and it'll actually work.
Right on. Well, some of them you'll definitely be able to try, right? So
yes, yeah, always try. All right, well, I think I'm ready when you guys are.
I'm ready.
All right.
I am also
Welcome
ready.
to the Mario 3
countdown,
You're Not in Control of What Happens category. Love it.
Yep. All right. Who's giving me a countdown?
All right, I'll give you a countdown. On go from 3, all right?
All right,
okay.
Got it.
All right, 3, 2, 1, go. Right on. So, worst world, obviously. 1-1, hardest level.
Yes.
Good luck. All right, marathon safe pipe rub, right?
Oh, I was gonna say went with the pipe rub, you know, right off the bat.
I think that's his thing. I think
safe.
he's done that every marathon he's been in, right?
Yep.
Yeah, that's his marathon.
Hey, man,
safe.
you don't want to start off with a death, okay? You just don't want to, you know.
Dude, you know what? I've never actually seen anyone actually die. Wait, actually, take that back. I think actually the first time I did commentary for you, Mitch,
I died. I've died in 1-1.
I think that's gonna think, yeah. But that was like 5 years ago, man. You would not die, Haxor. You're one of the best in the world.
I mean,
you would never die.
Yeah, for sure. Like probably, I don't know, 49 out of 50 times works well. You know,
Very
you
nice,
just don't want that 1 out of 50, right?
You got early P speed there in 1-2. So for anyone who doesn't know, 1-2 is one of the most difficult P speeds to build. You have to use the hills to kind of prime up your P speed, and there's a little bit of randomness. So even if he does it perfectly, he can still sometimes not get P speed there, and it's about half a second or so. It's a movement of 1 time loss. Right on. Yeah,
it's about a pipe rub.
It's about a pipe
rub. It's about a pipe rub.
He's getting pretty decent hammer brother arms.
So
pipe rub.
I had to adjust in 1-2 there because of that, the short jump.
Oh, you going for the tunnel? Ooh! Oh, yeah, the slowdown. Nice try, though.
Yeah,
I thought you had it.
I did too, but I slowed down a little too much. I think I did have it. That's from, you know, when you don't go for it. I actually forgot to practice that because I did plan to go for it.
So that's like you have to be going full speed if you want to get through that tunnel, but it's about like a 4 pixel window. I would say 4, maybe somewhere between 4 and 6, that's still a pretty small window.
And it saves not much time.
It's not even worth it.
It is a lot of it is super swag filled.
Yeah.
Very beautiful. Yeah, I think it's like a 0.2.
But with that being said, though, like we're definitely getting to the point where SMB3 is so incredibly optimized that every little thing is
yeah, if you want to get a gold World 1, you have to do the tunnel.
Yeah.
Right?
And you got to stop the hammer bro now.
All right, this is interesting. So he got a power-up from that hammer brother, and I get asked this a lot. The power-up isn't always in that hammer brother battle. The power-up is only on specific tiles in the overworld map, so you can only get that power-up on 2 places in World 1, and one place is left of the fortress, and the other one is above 1/6. So he got some pretty good RNG by being able to get that power-up in that battle rather than on the airship. That's pretty cool. And some good RNG, little time saves here.
We're already talking about good RNG already, Haxor.
This is the category for those of you at home where he does need to cross the hand. He's got a 12.5% chance of getting really lucky, so good old Warpless.
This is the category when people complain about RNG in Mario 3, this is the one. Like, this specifically is the category. Every other category, it's a don't get me wrong, it does affect it in every other category, but not to the drastic way it does in this. Like, your best gameplay run can end up being like a minute and a half down from your PB.
Right?
It's insane.
Yeah, that's
like you could have played.
I'm pretty sure that's actually true for me.
Yeah. It's possible to play better than the person who has the world record in this category, but be a minute away from the world record.
That's the most common question.
Like little known fact. Yeah, I've never had a handsless PB in Warplay. Never.
Oh, man.
I know. And I'm comfortable with the fact that I know I could just subtract 25 seconds from my time and magically move up on the leaderboard with perfect RNG. And I'm comfortable with that. You know what I mean? I live with that.
I've actually never had a handsless 51, so all my 51s have had hands. And it's a lot at this point, actually.
But we are in World 2, which is World 2 is interesting because it has another large component of RNG. Haxor can get incredibly lucky. We're talking like 2% chance lucky of the Hammer Brother with the hammer coming over, allowing him to skip levels, which is definitely not marathon safe, and it's not something he would go for, but it's something that could happen. Good old early hammer.
I think I got the pixel perfect slide there, so if I didn't lay off, I would have died.
You would have fallen in the pit.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you were gonna get the plant.
Right? Yeah, I thought that too.
I got excited for 3
slowed
days.
down just enough. Just enough.
So bold, he didn't even turn back. Like, I would have turned back for sure.
I know.
Oh, just missed his early P speed. So this level is kind of like the first step into P meter manipulation, I guess. You just have to really focus on what arrow you're jumping on and landing on to try and be in between the frame rule of building P meter or not. Unfortunately, he didn't get it though. He jumped a little too far to the right down the stairs, and yep, something as small as that costs just a couple seconds or something.
Yeah. And we should talk about how P-Speed works in this. It's not, everyone just thinks that it's just how Mario, like how far Mario runs on the ground. That's not it actually. Yeah, that's actually not it. That is how it is in Super Mario World, but that's not it how it is in Super Mario Bros. 3. The game actually checks if you're moving Mario at full speed on the ground every few frames. So as long as you're on the ground those few frames and going full speed, your meter goes up. Meaning you could be in the air for a little bit of that different time. You could even slow down for that that little in-between frame time if you want. So it's very, very nifty, very, very hard to manipulate, but it allows for a lot of what we call early P-speed.
Notice how Pooh said running at full speed. You really learn how complicated the P-meter is when you try and run left and right, back and forth to build it, and it's not working. You're like, you're like, what the heck? It's not building at all. And yeah, you need to have full speed, and it can be really frustrating.
Yeah, it's definitely the biggest hurdle into that like next stage of Super Mario Brothers speedrunning, if that makes sense. That stage beyond that, you know, like you learn the strats, everything, but then when you want to get into those, you know, small optimizations, that's definitely like wrapping your head around how the P meter works is such an important part of understanding Mario 3 speedrunning.
Exactly. So to side hop from that, Haxor is trying to avoid one Hammer Brother in this world, which is the music box. And it seems to be going okay. He's definitely in the clear. So he just got the hammer. That's the one he wants. He's going to be using that in World 4. He doesn't want the music box because it's a waste of time. It's like a 10-second time loss. And he gets the chance to avoid it, but he does take damage there.
The helmet, man.
Which is,
sorry.
I know, it's going to alter your boss pattern there.
Yeah, hopefully I don't... Oh, no. Okay. That's
movement of 2,
bad.
no screen scroll with...
Yeah, it's
God,
100%.
I wish there was a nice way to explain just exactly how boss patterns work, but it's so frustrating to explain and complicated. So I think
boss patterns is when I started to opt out.
I'm out. I think a lot of people would agree that the pyramid is one of the more physically demanding stages. It really shows where skill comes out. Very precise duck inputs. Lots of left-right turnbacks. You can get pixeled by hills, and then the end section is just it's very precise. Haxor does a different way. I like it.
Yeah, I do it kind of a dumb way in that it's dangerous and hardly saves any time, but I can't do the other way.
Mario 3.
Remotely consistent, so you know, it looks cool. So that's the important thing.
I think your way looks cooler than the way me and Mitch do it.
Oh, totally.
Sure.
You're like inside the shell and it doesn't damage you. What?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Should I try and do a quick explanation of the boss pattern cycles, or should we leave it?
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah,
well,
try.
okay, I guess the easiest way to explain it is that the boss pattern is constantly cycling every time you go back to the overworld. So in World 2, if you beat 2-1, as soon as you go back to the overworld map, the boss cycle starts. So when Haxor finished the pyramid, everything that happened from him finishing the pyramid to entering the pipe on the airship will determine what the boss pattern is. So if you move on the map the exact same way every time, the auto scroller is the same every time, then you can start to control the patterns. But because he left the music box in the overworld map, if that Hammer Brother does a movement of 1 or 2, that's going to change the way the pattern is. So that's kind of the short version of it. And that's how Haxor is able to know what his patterns are. Yep.
Missed some fireballs, but rode the Koopa. Did a little surfing.
Yo, RNG's looking kind of tight.
That was a nice kill. Yeah, this is going well so far, although we're heading to World 3, and World 3 is very famous for this thing called a runaway Hammer Brother. Now, I didn't want to just bring that up in Jinx's run, but if he does get runaway Hammer Brother, it is going to cause a large time loss and kind of throw a big monkey wrench in the run. So hopefully he doesn't get runaway Hammer Brother, because runaway Hammer Brother would be a very bad thing to happen in World 3.
What'd you say, runaway?
To avoid.
Runaway Hammer Brother.
Yeah.
So for those of you at home, every time Haxor goes to the overworld map, you want to keep your eyes on the Hammer Brother that is in the top right corner, and make sure that he stays on the screen. If he runs away, that's when the run starts to get teary, a little sad. Runaway, right? That's what's runaway.
Yeah, we want him to not run away.
Oh, not run away. I thought we did want him to run away.
I don't think that word's ever been said so many times in like a 30-second period.
Oh, he went down. That's good.
Good job, Hammer Brother.
That's normally like the most comforting move right there. That's like a ticket into freedom. But
yeah,
this game does know when things are going well. Very nice piece speed.
Yo, very nice. That was a great level, dude.
Right on. Yeah, that's definitely one of the so
3-2 and
piece speed isn't,
to a lesser extent 3-3 are two of the hardest back-to-back levels in my opinion, and the piece speed in 3-2 I think is the hardest one to get.
One of them definitely. And what's even harder is consistently doing it. I think that's what's harder is like out of 10 runs you get it 10 times. Like I struggle doing it, 10 times in a row.
Yeah.
Whereas you get like 3-3, it's like a walk in the park.
Yeah, I mean, and to that extent, that is one level where the knowledge of how the piece speed meter works is the reason where you're able to get it.
Yeah, exactly.
It's definitely.
You couldn't be more right about that. It's like the ticket into understanding like P meter manipulation and doing stuff. It's like the start. Oh.
Yeah, that level. Wow.
No door 3. I thought he was gonna go for it. You were practicing pre-practice.
Wow.
I thought about it. I thought about it.
The run's going good.
But it's going pretty well.
Yeah, it's because they're a decent run. I don't know, man. I mean, you rubbed the pipe at the beginning. I don't think you can PB anyway. I don't know why we're doing this. Yeah.
He rubbed the
water
pipe,
battle now too. I mean, it's over, man.
Yeah. Yeah. So the water battle actually is slower than a regular Hammer Brother battle because the dead bodies float in the water and they take longer to go off screen.
Okay, so Haxor right now is in what you would think is a 50-50, but definitely not. So if the Hammer Brother moves right after this level, that's a very sad thing. And we didn't really explain why it's important, and it's because of the bridges. Every time you do an interaction, like beat a level or not, the bridges open and close, and Haxor needs to use a cloud and cross the bridge, and he has just the right amount enough level. Oh,
Thank
nice. Very nice.
Beautiful.
Okay. So you'll see him use a cloud here, skip the auto-scroller, and cross a closed bridge. If he hadn't fought this Hammer Brother, the bridge would be open, like it is right now. Right? So
Now, this is also a crucial moment in the run. While this is considered one of the easier levels, it does have your good friend Boss Bass right there. And we all know anything can happen.
The nerves pause.
Boss Bass.
You just don't want to lose an up input, man. No up inputs drop, please.
Yeah.
Oh, nice. Single frame jump out of the pipe.
Yeah. And if he would have lost that, he would have had to gone back, play an auto scroller, play another level to move the bridge. It would have just been very bad.
Yeah, that's one of the scariest levels actually in a marathon.
Right? Right? It's
all right, coming up. Got the H jump. This is actually a very difficult, crucial trick as well.
Nice.
It's a no problem.
Yeah, it's such like a basic Mario trick. Just run forward and time your jumps, right? But this one is like when you miss it, it's like 6 seconds. Then it lags a bunch, and you can't grab the. Oh,
well,
such a nightmare.
It looks like it's a one tile, but I don't think it actually is because that no.
Well, no, because you can't
like
stand on the left half. Yeah, exactly. You can't stand on the left half. That's true. I never even thought about that, but yeah. Right on.
Those dang music boxes.
Very nice.
Yeah. All right, we got Mr. Cap's hat on the back of the Kappa here.
the Kappa beetle.
The Kappa, yeah. Teenage Mutant Ninja Kappa.
What are your thoughts right now entering World 4? Like, how do you feel about this run so far?
It's going pretty well. Yeah. The scariest RNG in terms of like can really alter my run is kind of past in a way.
Yeah.
Because yeah, from this point, I mean, there's some bad stuff that can happen in 4, but it's not like run ending. If that makes sense.
Yeah, 4 is just like, oh, I got to move into 6, and I got the extra Hammer Brothers. So again, much like how we talked about in World 2, how he wants to skip the music box. This is why Warpless is so famous, because every world has its own little gimmick, right?
Yeah.
And in World 4, technically the best solution for him is to get the P-Wing or not, right? Get the P-Wing in the cloud without using a music box. The main goal is just try and get through World 4 without using a music box and getting the extra Hammer Brothers. So we'll see if he gets that. Hardest boss in the game. Love it.
Yeah.
Or Wendy. She didn't even do anything.
She doesn't.
Hey, I mean, you know without fire, we all struggle on that boss.
Right?
But you're not wrong.
Without fire, all of us struggle on that boss.
That's that boss is like randomizer practice right there. You know, being able to stomp the Koopas like right when they hit the ground before they can jump or do anything.
Crowd control taught me how hard that boss is.
Oh yeah.
So hard.
I don't even want to get started on that.
Well, you don't like Spiney's end rings in the arena?
All right, World 4, I mean, we gotta all agree, casually, it's the best world, and also speedrun, it's the best
it's
world.
got 4-3, which is arguably one of the most like satisfying levels.
Yeah.
In any Mario speedrun, period, yeah.
I personally love World 6 a little more, but World 4 is really good when it goes well, and really not when it doesn't. If that makes sense.
This is where gloves start to come off when people talk about their favorite worlds in this game.
Dude, I think World 4 is easily... Can we all agree that World 5 is the worst?
Yes, thank you.
Yeah,
thank you.
It's pretty bad.
If we can agree that World 5 is the worst, I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
Yes, thank you.
But like, this level's good and fun. 4-3 is just... Like,
it's so cool.
Spectacular.
I just like the reason I said 6 is because the variance in strats and what you do in that world and what you can do is really interesting.
I'd agree with that. It has a lot of flight in it.
Yeah.
It's really the only world where you're really using flight, which is such a main part of like your casual playthroughs that it feels weird not to use it.
Yeah, it's also weird in Warpless. World 7 is just like item abuse land, right? You just star cloud and P-Wing your way through the whole world. Very nice. Is he gonna lose a point though? No, he's good. He kept it.
Nice job. It's just the best.
Right?
It's such a sexy level.
It's one of those where like it really looks harder than it is too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Every jump lines up perfectly. You're barely doing anything.
Oh come on, dude.
Whoever designed that level, like, clearly designed it for that route.
Yeah, it really works perfect, right?
Yeah.
And the fact you can always get past the 2 hammer bros at the beginning as well.
So this level is a little bit more tricky in terms of the Lakitu.
It's a little slow.
Right? Sometimes it's close, but the Lakitu will actually copy you. I swear to God, it has to be like pixel for pixel. So if Haxor got P-speed 1 pixel sooner, the Lakitu would have thrown the Spiny to different spots. So this level is very, very tricky. It's it's the hardest level in World 4, I'd say. Boom. All right, Cloud. So next is he wants the P-Wing or not, right? Depends on... So he's going to music box here, which is okay. And that's going to come in handy for the new route that he was talking about. That's what makes the new route so good. What made Warpless such a hard thing is you had to get a P-Wing in either World 4 or World 5, and that never worked. So then your run was always over. And that's kind of where the new route stemmed from, is to avoid all the Hammer Brothers in 4 and 5. Get them out of here.
Yeah, you're eliminating
just get rid of them.
mid-game
Be done with them.
RNG, a lot of it anyway.
Right, so, you know, you think about having a good time playing Mario 3, then you get Runaway Bro for 4 hours, then you finally get to World 4, and then, right, and then you fight all the Hammer, and then it's over.
Yep. Yeah, that was the hardest thing, was just getting the 1 P-Wing in 5 before. That was the, like, single hardest, like, part of RNG in the early game, yeah. Dude,
these P-speed strats, man, you're nailing them.
Yeah, you're crushing
dude,
everything,
really nice.
dude.
That fortress is extremely misleading. It's not as easy.
Yeah, that fortress, to me, has probably been my most inconsistent P-speed throughout my history.
That's exactly why I made it a point in Season 2, because you're in control, but you're not with that P-meter. It's weird.
Yeah, so with the strat I do, as long as I land up top, I can always, you know, get it. But the problem is you can't always get up there, right? You'll front pixels sometimes, and you know, there's nothing you can do.
Watch out for those front pixels.
Yeah.
I feel like, okay, I really want to express, because I feel like, and this happens every time there's an SMB3 run, I feel like what ends up happening is that we talk maybe a little bit bad about the game. We're making it sound worse than it is. Okay, we're like front pixel here, you know, like all these bad things that can happen. And it can. Yeah. But with that being said, like, there is, in my experience, this is the most satisfying game to run when it's going well.
It is, yeah.
It's just when you get to that, when you get to that point where you know, that final end game point, everything starts to matter.
Yeah, because I mean, at this point, as you mentioned earlier, like, I don't control the outcome of my runs. I can throw down, like, how many ever levels in a row you play in this, like, 60 something, I'm sure. And it's not going to matter if I get 3 hands, right? So,
right? Like, I've said this ever since I've started speedrunning this game, and World 8 is the most exhilarating world. But, like, you would think it's so boring, right? Because it's just auto-scroller hands. But, like, when it all comes down to the nitty-gritty, World 8 is so insane. Just like that late game feels that POOBear was talking about.
One of the best level placements is actually the Air Force, where it is. It's like, honestly, it's
crappy shit.
In World 8, you know, after the hands, like, right away. Like stuff gets real right away.
Okay, so again, Haxor knows his boss patterns. Very nice.
But where was the A-press?
So here's where the big route change would be. It was an oversight at least 4 or 5 years ago that using a P-Wing in 5.1 would actually be much slower, because you don't have your Fire Flower anymore for boom booms and all this other stuff. But if you get the music box in 5.1 fast enough, then you have about 11 seconds of time to play with, and not having your Fire Flower and getting it back really only comes to about 4 to 5 seconds. And when you do that, then you can clip in 7.6 because you've now used the P-Wing in 5.1. So it's really interesting how big of an oversight it is. Sometimes it's good to go back to the earlier strats and see if you can, like, make things out of it.
You guys all get that? You guys, everyone out there understand what he just said?
I'm sorry.
Yeah, everyone got that?
Nice.
That fly-under
so
is kind
getting
of annoying.
That music
like,
box,
you can't, you can't miss it. It's really bad if you miss it.
Oh, the fly, like if you bonk your head?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And this too is like awkward now with the tail.
Mm-hmm. Hey, it's got cool speed strategies though.
Yeah, it makes this level more fun. Just slightly more fun, you know?
This route overall is a lot like, I kind of want to say lame.
It's
5-1 is not a particularly fun level, you know what I mean? It's not like taking any fun away to do that. And no, I totally agree.
It's like
plus, you know, the warpless route was the same for so long as well. To have any change in it is just exciting.
Yeah, I mean, what made this all possible was subpixel manipulation, because you'd have to be insane to add more clips into your World 7 at the end of your run, but now with the manipulation, we're kind of in control, so it's worth it.
Somewhat in control.
One of the two always work, the other one never does.
Yeah. Except in practice, they both work. Always.
You're getting a very nice run here. That was a movement of 4. So each movement on the overworld map costs 0.5. So if the Hammer Brother's forced to move 4 tiles, then he just lost a good chunk of time.
Just keep that in mind, guys. So yeah, when you're moving 4 tiles, they're losing 2 seconds every time. This is a game whose runs, you know, at the top level, at the world record level, are separated, you know, by mere seconds. So just keep that in mind every time you see a new world record in Mario 3, how insane it is.
That's all you need to look at. That's the only thing that probably changed.
Everything's just got to go right. And that's one thing that makes it so special too, I think, is like, it's not just, did you play perfect? It's, did you play perfect at the perfect time?
Under the most stressful circumstances.
And the blackjacks.
Yeah. Yeah, and you know when it's happening. Like, you can see when it's happening on your splits. You're like, I'm getting the God run. You know what I mean? Now I gotta perform. The game's doing its job.
Yeah, the game's working.
Mitch can attest. I probably got the best RNG through 7 worlds anybody's ever gotten in this game with one of the runs. Like, what?
That was like 2 times in a row.
Yeah.
He's already gotten 2 TAS early hammers without doing the manipulation this year.
Yeah, and I had 1 last year, so.
That's 3 more than I've ever had.
I think I've only had 1 or 2.
Yeah.
So that's one of the levels that makes this very nice P-speed strategy on Haxor's part there. Doing that without Fire Flower is very, very frustrating. It's almost to the random point with the P-meter manipulation. Nice, goes to the little turn back there to keep P-speed. Very nice. So he had to use the star here to not take damage to get the... Everything he's doing is kind of like building back to get the Fire Flower that he wasted, right, in 5-1. So that's kind of where the whole change in route is. It makes this route a little more frustrating too, not having Fire Flower for all this, but he did a great job.
Yeah, you gotta adjust to some of this new stuff. You're used to World 5 before was kind of like a pretty easy world, to be honest, to like execute, but it's definitely a lot harder now.
Yeah.
And warpless.
Yeah, it only had about... Yeah, as long as you kept your Fire Flower, everything was fine.
Yeah, I feel like World 5 is the world where your skill doesn't translate the best because of the Hammer Brother movement of 4 there, right? You'll play perfectly, and if you're not paying attention to your Hammer Brothers, you'll be like, why did I lose 7 seconds? What happened, right? And it's the Hammer Brothers. It's the only world where I feel like that happens the most.
It's that Sky Bro, man.
You are annihilating all these levels.
Yeah, it's a very good World 5.
Very nice. What was the last strategy you messed up?
Wait, stop jinxing the man here. Are you worried about your record or something? What's going on?
No, we're just like he's on a roll.
I got your back.
I think I took damage in 2-4.
Oh, that's right. Okay.
Yeah, I had some early game hiccups.
I'm sorry. All right.
Rocking the 88 coins here.
I could have actually get a fire kill here. I actually got the most like important movement of 1 of the entire world, but I'm probably not going to do it because this guy, yeah.
Care to elaborate on that?
Well, we got our first quaking Koopaling, so let's say I accidentally mess up or like go through him, and then he just happens to jump at the perfect time and hit the ground while I'm on the ground. Well, I can't move.
All right, Haxor, he's starting to jinx himself.
You know.
You can't come after me anymore. He's going after himself.
I
He's going
know.
after himself.
Haxor, what I say is that you just go ahead and get the fire kill.
Yeah.
All right, let's not mess around here. Let's not safety strat it. What is it? How many times have you ran Mario 3 and GDQ?
I'm gonna be the guy to say don't go for the fire kill.
All right, you know what? We'll do it. We'll do it.
I mean, we've done this 20 times. I've done this 3 times with you, I think.
I messed up. For some reason, I didn't get 2 shots there. I think I pressed B early. I had the right opening. So what I'm supposed to
needs an
do?
off-screen wall grab.
I know. What I need to do there to get that fire kill is when I drop in, I get 2 shots, and then I have to jump at him and then fire 2 shots. But I hit B early before the 2 shots hit him. So
one thing to note
Yeah.
with the boss patterns is that if you don't feel comfortable, or if you're not quite sure exactly what pattern you get, you're always gonna mess up the fire kill.
Yeah.
It always goes wrong if you're not comfortable.
Yeah, I would always go for that.
Yeah,
I would always go for that pattern normally, so I figured
So if
why
Haxor
not?
had an eights digit in his tens, he would have he would get a coin chip right there, and his run would be about a minute behind.
Be done.
Yeah.
It'd be done. It'd also be really fun though. We get to celebrate the coin chip. So. Remember when we talked Cujo into doing that
God.
during his run?
His 100% run, yeah.
Did he actually get one?
We just straight up bullied him into doing it.
Yeah, his run was like 119 or something.
Oh my god.
Oh yeah. He was having a pretty good run up to that point too. Good time.
Right on. Okay, so this is actually I would say probably one of the harder levels in this world. Lots of places to die. If he misses any jump, he probably will take extra damage.
Frame perfect jump. What?
Very nice. And then I guess the next hardest one would be 6-5 with the despawn strategy.
Oh, I didn't expect to get it there.
It's a nice piece speed here.
Peace.
Yeah. That's another one of those early piece speed strats. You saw the quick turnaround he did. And again, that's manipulating frames, not distance.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was really nice too. It seemed like you weren't quite expecting it, but regardless, you played it safe.
Yeah.
This strat's awesome. This is a great level.
What's
Double.
happening here, Pooh Bear? You know exactly what's going on here. Look at that.
Yeah, so right there, basically the idea, if you guys have ever played this casually, you know there's 2 white munchers up there that block you from getting that. You're supposed to fly a turtle shell up there. But he caused the throw block to be thrown right by going so fast that despawns those white munchers, and then here we are.
Move left.
We always get that question. I thought there was 2 white nippers. What happened
Yes.
there? And then
Yeah.
nice screen scroll. So whenever you scroll through one of the screens,
Cheater.
the game gives you 1 frame of input before anything happens. So as long as he's holding the direction when he goes across that hammer brother on the screen transition, he doesn't have to fight him. And that's amazing that he didn't need to fight that hammer brother. So if that hammer brother moved up, he would have been screwed, but he moved in the right place. I feel like you're gonna get no hands. This is it. This is how this game works.
I was just about to say, this is really clean right
This is how
now.
this game works.
Yeah, this has been nice.
My heart might explode.
Yeah. You might be on PB pace.
I definitely am.
No, he's not.
I'm definitely on BB pace.
Do you have your splits
Yeah.
up?
You just can't see.
Oh, okay. Well, then I was gonna.
So I entered
Oh,
this
yeah, I was
world
gonna-
20.
I was like, no, he's
I'm 26
not.
seconds behind. I can save 20 in this world, and I got my hand on my PB.
You're definitely saving 20 in this world because you've gotten all strategies. And well, hold on.
We got a lot of time left, Mitch. This is another hard
what?
strat.
Oh, I got screwed over there. That's unfortunate.
That's okay.
Well, there goes that 20.
Throw the.
What?
Wow, that was unreal.
Oh, Oh, well, way to go, guys. Way to go.
Way to go.
Good job on the jinx. Great job there.
It wasn't us. It was the game.
Yep. Good job, you two.
That was kind of bad for a lot of reasons, actually. I needed to have fire.
Well, you have
I feel no responsibility for that. Yeah.
Well, you can get 8 seconds back here by doing the poggest clip in existence.
That is
Here we
true.
go. You have to go for
yeah,
it. Too.
now I do, of course.
Yeah, you have to go for it. Clip.
I jumped like
want it every
3
time.
pixels too far. I know.
So 610 isn't the most ideal route to take for warpless. However, with the new route, it actually allows 610 to be a viable option of not going for wall jump. But as you've definitely seen from POOBear and I, that we don't care and we just go for wall jumps all the time. We've done it.
I like wall
we've
jump.
done it in every GDQ and marathon. We just go for the wall jumps because whatever.
Yeah, I don't know what it is, but the wall jump seems to work better in marathons. It's like the one frame perfect, pixel perfect trick. Yeah, it's a marathon luck trick for some reason. It is a true frame perfect, pixel perfect trick. They did a big TaskBot segment over it. What was it? 2 years ago? Was that 2 GDQs ago? Was that? I think that was the Poo Stomp one. Anyway,
Poo Stomp.
yeah. So if you ever want to learn about it, they have a whole big segment on GDQ before that, and yeah, I mean, for whatever reason, it has worked out for us.
Works. And I just want to clarify that it's not that HaxorR can't get the wall jump or doesn't feel comfortable. That's just not how he does warpless. So. 610 is far more stressful, I will say, but it does have the rewarding effect where
you get the fire.
Yeah, so if the wall jump doesn't work,
I want to keep the
then you're just
star.
losing time.
Well, I want to keep that star for 7-8. That's kind of how it works out, so I get some time back because we.
So are you gonna do white
anymore?
Are you gonna do white block grab, fire grab, 7-2, go back and recycle? Okay. So
I was thinking maybe I just go for the big boy
star?
now, cause like. No, like,
I know
because I mean, I don't think this run can PB at this point because of that mistake. So,
all right, I gotta say this quick. He is going to try and move 1 pixel to the left, right here. He's gonna move to the right there, and then that was 15.
I did actually move. I did actually move. Yeah, right at the end.
It's so annoying to explain, but here we go.
Yeah.
So
okay,
basically the general thing though is he's either going to get the clip or not.
Yep, I mean
he's not wrong. He's not wrong.
Yeah, but I mean when I say or not, I mean or not.
There is a very large difference between going for standing clip and ducking clip. There's 16 subpixels in every pixel. Only 2 subpixels of the 16 will allow HaxorR to do the standing clip, and only 6 subpixels will allow him to do the duck clip.
Bad subpix, I think. No, second try.
Good RNG.
Hey.
So he goes for the standing clip, which means he only has a 2 subpixel window, but subpixel manipulation. There's a whole video of it.
Dude, I've always felt like the standing one is easier for me.
Oh yeah, and with the manipulation, it's even easier. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so I think HaxorR's gonna go for something called Fast 7-2 here. Nice. That was it, right over the hole too. That was so close. So Fast 7-2 is again another one of those. It's a doorway into P meter manipulation, I guess. He has to jump at the perfect times. Everything that POOBear was talking about earlier with how P meter works, HaxorR's trying to abuse that method over every gap, every jump, and every damage. And if it doesn't work, the run's over. That's why Fast 7-2 at the end game is just it's too much.
Yeah, normally if you have fire going in the level, it's easier because I could despawn that nipper at the end and it gives you a little extra space because you really don't want to take damage with Fast 7-2 because the end,
Yeah, that's right.
Makes it less fast.
It does.
Then it's just 7-2. It's not even Fast 7-2.
Yeah.
Because you're like, okay.
We need to rename it. It's like Fastest 7-2. Faster 7-2. Yeah.
That's funny.
We'll go talk to the SMB3 Illuminati about that.
Yeah, we'll get back to you guys.
Lightning 7-2.
So for some reason they decided to put one of the easiest levels in the game at the end of the game here. 7-3 is. I understand it, but
I don't think that's fair. I don't think that's an easy level casually. I don't think any Lakitu level casually is easy for.
What do you mean? Just copy what you saw Haxor do. Easy.
Well, yeah. I mean, but that's what's funny. It's like everyone talks about how hard speedrunning is all the time, like people that don't do it. But what a lot of people that don't speedrun realize is like about 60% of the levels become way easier in most games, you know? It's just the 40% that gets harder are significantly harder. Yeah.
So subpixels 3 to 10 here will allow Haxor to do the stand clip for this one. So he's got a very large window.
Maybe.
But for some reason, the large window never works, but the small window does. So we'll see.
Yep. Hey.
There you go. Oh, baby.
First and second try for both clips. So that right there is the end result of what we do in 5-1. He doesn't have a P-wing for this level because he used it in 5-1. And then, yeah, so he does the clip.
Yeah, I actually netted time with the new route, so.
Oh. Are you going hammer?
Yeah, I messed that up. I don't know what happened there.
That's okay. You have to stop. The difference there was okay. Nice.
The greatest power-up in all of video games.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
The fact that they never put this in Mario Maker is such a Travis Sham mockery.
I think what's worse is the replacement.
And now you're gonna see the worst level in speedrunning.
No way, no way. This fortress. Oh, this
Oh,
level.
dude,
Are you going
level.
for the cliffs?
Oh yeah.
What a mad lad
Yeah,
here.
we're here. We're here. You gotta go for clips.
And I already feel
Give
sad.
the people what they want. The people want to see Mario go through
I
walls.
know. That's why I'm doing it.
This is the worst level. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Nice.
Hey.
Oh.
Yeah.
If you get the rest.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, that was so
Choked.
close.
I choked. That was a bad jump.
Almost.
All right.
Oh, nice. I think a break even here.
There we
Yeah,
go.
I think so too. It's pretty close.
So what was your time coming out of World 6 then?
I think I was 26 back.
Plus 26?
Yeah, something like that.
We're not out of the realm entirely. This level's
Yep.
sexy.
Of this level.
Gorgeous.
I can breathe again. Kobe.
Yeah, nice,
Nice.
dude. That was an incredible fortress right there. That had to have saved time on your PB by a little bit,
No,
maybe.
I got that in my PB. Yeah, so I saved time. So I saved time in 7-1. I think I saved like 2 seconds, but I lost in 7-6 because I P-winged 7-6. My PB.
Yeah.
So
And,
even
well,
first
7-2.
try. Yeah, and then 7-2. Yeah. I mean, we were not gonna.
I just want to give another shout out to the Kobe hammer throw though. That it saves a lot of time because you're pretty much just skipping the entire Boom Boom's animation right there. You just he just wakes up and dies immediately.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm so happy I got that. That is probably my single favorite thing to do in the entire game.
It really is one of the best tricks. And it's
Drop
like, it's
82
not easy.
on that Boom Boom. Not 81, but 82 because of the timer.
Hang on. So now we enter auto-scroller land. So we have auto-scroller, 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 hands, auto-scroller, 2 levels, auto-scroller.
Pretty
And
much.
that, welcome to World 8.
And then the end.
Like,
Ooh-wee.
like that block. Nice blue block there.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what? And this is one of the downfalls of SMB3 as a speedrun, though. I would say is just maybe a lackluster finale on it. You know?
Yeah.
There's you
The
know
lead up to the
you want to
hands,
have like enough levels where you can gonna have not just the hands, but just you can't really gain time in the auto scroll.
Right.
I would agree.
Like they are
From
what
a
they are.
non-speedrunning perspective, like this end game is like one of the best retro end games you can have, right? Like it's a brigade and barrage of tanks and cannons going through Bowser's Keep. It's great, but speedrun, it's horrible. It's so boring. You almost take damage sometimes because you're so bored, right? By accident. You like
absolutely. You stop paying attention, you start talking to chat, you know.
You think you have it in the bag, right? You're like, oh, I got this. No, too much.
Done it 100 billion times, just need to do the same thing.
I hate the corkscrews at the end of this airship, man. Every time it's please don't drop the input.
Oh, you had it! Ah. GDQ needs an off-screen wand grab. It's never had one.
So what he was trying to do right there is wall jump and grab the wand off the screen, and that actually screen wraps Mario from the top of the screen to the bottom, and you get this cutscene happening just a little bit faster, which again, every second counts.
That's right. It's about a 4-second time save.
Yep.
Yeah, anyone who's played Nintendo knows that the top of the screen and the bottom of the screen, they're the same thing.
Yeah.
So I lost a nice minute. Well, no, actually I lost, what, 20 seconds, I guess, that world. So.
Right on. You're on pace for your practice runs, right?
Yeah.
Pretty sure?
Yeah, those were always kind of on the edge of 51, low 52. So it's pretty close.
This has been a pretty solid run here.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'd say anytime you get like sub 54 in this game, like that's a really good run.
Right? I agree.
Yeah.
I did Warpless at GDQ. I think it was 2015 or 16, and I got a 53. So if you're on pace for a 52, that's really good.
Yeah, I had a marathon race with Teeks and Stu, and I ended up dropping like a 51, and I was like, damn, that was a time.
Good marathon times.
Yeah.
See, like this ending is so epic as like a casual player. Imagine playing this blind again. That feeling of not knowing what's happening.
Not knowing
amazing.
that there's a
kind of like Dark Souls, right?
Kind of like playing it with the Power Glove.
Oh god.
Haxor, when's your Power Glove run?
Be prepared to have to go to like the doctor too, right? Get your arm checked.
Yeah, we can do this we can do the three-way race at GDQ
in 2050.
Power Glove, where
2050.
What we do though is we just put an hour time limit on it and see who can get the farthest. You know?
That's good.
Oh, we're doing a co-op too. You and I are definitely doing a co-op. I don't know if it works if you plug in.
That's probably good. Probably good because my arm can't handle a solo run of the Power Glove, man. It hurts.
Right?
It does. I don't know if you can have two Power Gloves.
Every time Mitch had to do the thumb thing, I was like, that probably doesn't feel good.
No, it's the first finger. Holding the first finger down for the run button is so... Oh, that hurts.
That whatever the foam they have inside of there is definitely like it like seeps into your skin.
Like itches, you know,
from 1986. Yeah.
What was your run button when you did the Power Glove?
I think
like wrist or something.
No, the index finger was my run, and then like turning, I had to like Tommy John my arm right to go forward. Going up and down is the hardest part. Like anytime you have to go up and down, that's definitely the hardest. Did you use the Rad Racer?
No, actually, I used mode number 2 where it beeps. The Power Glove beeps at you when you're out of the sensor's range.
Oh, I didn't know. I didn't try that one.
It's really annoying because it sits there and beeps forever, but it tells you. Yeah. Haxor, why didn't you swim in the goop? What do you guys call this? Chocolate water?
Blood of Bowser's enemies.
Blood of Bowser's enemies.
Blood of Bowser's enemies.
Oh my god. This got dark real fast. I was going something a little more, you know, Nickelodeon.
It's weird that Mario can swim in it, but that's what it is.
Bowser kidnaps princesses.
But I mean, that makes sense given its viscosity.
You think he's a good guy? I don't.
All right, chat, let's hear it, guys. Chat, I want you guys to spam. How many hands do you guys think he's going to get? 1, 2, or 3?
Well, the
game
down,
knows.
So
0.
Yeah, the game knows he's not on PB pace, so 0 hands.
0 hands.
Or 3.
Are you going to do the...
Oh, I got so excited.
If you did the buffer, you would have got no hands.
Mitch could see the frames there. He knew.
Yeah.
He's like the no.
Dude, the buffer movement literally never works. It always gives you hands every time.
I know, but I've been doing the buffer for so long now. It like works.
I think anything I do just gives me hands, so I'm not sure any method works.
I turn on the game, I'm getting hands.
Yeah, pretty much.
I turn off the game and I'm happy again. Nice run though, one hand, right? That's still pretty good. Air Force is going nice. World 8 is going. Did you get? I guess it doesn't matter with the boomerang, bro, right? Wranglers.
I did. He did move backwards.
Can you guys put an I in chat if you P-winged this level as a kid?
I. There was no other way to beat this level as a kid.
No. This was the hardest level as a kid.
Just time the jumps like this. It's easy. See? I just knew the platform was coming up. Come on, guys. Your first playthrough, you didn't know that?
Have you ever died in that level at a GDQ, Mitch?
Not in Air Force, no.
No.
Again, pretty much exactly what you said. Speedrunning the Air Force with your power-up actually makes the Air Force easier. I used that argument like the other day. Someone was talking about doing a strat in a speedrun. I was like, well, yeah, it's easier in a speedrun, right? Like just by default, you just know. Very nice safety star here. Oh, you don't. Yeah, that's right. Okay.
I mean, you got the star. You might as well use it.
Sexy.
Since we are not playing the fortress.
That's right. Yeah, that's what I had forgotten.
All right.
Mario looks so cool with the star somersaulting hammer suit.
8-2 is another one of my favorite levels here, especially with the hammer suit.
No sands of Haxor?
I should have done it. Oh, I lost piece of
I
it.
took it from you. It's still cool though.
Oh, I love it. Oh, I love that level.
It's a good one. The hammer suit, just the climb is awesome with the hammer suit.
Yeah, that and just killing the sun.
Yeah.
You know, you have the sun just flopping around.
That's how
the
he comes
one
on the other side
problem.
of the screen too.
Yeah.
Yeah, when he dies, he just, with a hammer inside of him, just floats over.
Why is he so mad?
Because he just got hammered.
He did just get hammered. Nice. Right on. So last tank. This one's very easy. If you hold right the whole time, you can avoid everything. You do have to jump on these guys though, a little tricky. I have taken damage here before in a run.
Yeah.
By not paying attention. These auto scrollers, they'll get you.
Cujo, man. Oh, man.
Yeah, I actually sit. I sit on the previous manhole and just hit him with the hammer.
Oh yeah, that's a good strat.
Because it's like the perfect. It's literally the perfect gap. You just can stand there and just hit it, and the hammer hits the next one. So I just jump manhole to manhole and just shoot a hammer on it, and then I go back to the front.
Yeah, this is the tank level that
scared.
Cujo was on world record pace.
Yeah.
And he accidentally took damage, lost fire, and lost the world record. But it's to be noted that he got hands how many times in a row? Like 22 or something?
25, I think. Somewhere around there. 25, 27, I thought.
Yeah, it was like the first run in like 2 months where he got no hands and then he lost on the auto scroller.
Oh, dude, the
All right,
worst.
good luck.
Last level here. Man, this run cruised
Brain,
by.
it's over.
Yeah, it
Where's
really
your 100%
well,
run after?
that would not go
All
well.
categories here. We got time. The everyman's clip. Anyone can do that clip.
Very nice. No turnbacks
Just
over the
flipping a
donuts.
Bowser.
That's big brain. Nice. Throne room. Most important duck input right there. Very nice.
Yeah, you don't want to die in that room. It's super embarrassing.
Oh, the Bowser boost.
And Bowser.
And he's gone.
I just love that they gave you a power up that can just melt Bowser.
Right.
You know.
And time.
GG's.
Yo, great
Right
run,
on.
man.
That was a really good
great
run. Good marathon
That was
run.
super
Yeah, that's
great.
really clean.
Yeah, that was super great.
So yeah, that is
Yeah, GG's, man.
SMB3 warpless, and we kept the hammer suit. Well, sort of. I mean, I had to show off his hitbox, you know,
Right.
since it wasn't gonna PB.
Yeah.
52-23. Very nice.
Yeah, very good run, dude.
Thank you guys. Yeah, really appreciate you guys doing commentary for me, and appreciate the invite to do this run because I don't know, this sort of stuff's fun to me. Racing is way more stressful than this. This is kind of just like, you know, you do a run and you have a time limit. So
You don't like a good race? Are you saying you haven't enjoyed all the races we've done over the years?
I like them, but
they're just
they
so
are
stressful.
insanely stressful. Yeah, and Mitch can attest to that because he's been in all of them, right? So
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, he's won all of them.
yes, but
That's why it's stressful for Mitch. That's why it's stressful for Mitch because he can't lose.
I gotta
You know
keep
what I mean?
it
He can only go down. Exactly. You got to do what I do, which is have the worst SMB3 moment you can ever have, and then there's only ways to go.
Or,
through, you know
never
what I
play
mean?
again.
that's true. Wait, which the worst moment?
Yeah,
the
seriously,
dying?
Axor, that was
On the
a
hands?
beautiful run.
Stomp.
Though.
Wait, was
Oh,
the hands
that-
dying was the worst moment or the stomp? The stomp wasn't that bad.
I died on hands in our co-op run, Mitch. I don't know if you remember that.
Okay.
In GDQ, I've stomped your console. I've lost my hammer suit and Bowser.
Yeah.
I've
Stomp me again.
yeah.
Let's
I died in a hand in our last race. I died in a hand. I was winning our last race and I died in a hand. Which was that was the last time I played SMB3.
Yeah.
Anyway, why are we talking about that when we can talk about how good Haxor just did in this
this was
run?
amazing.
Thank you guys.
Yeah.
Yeah. This went basically how I hoped. Really. I mean, I think I would have, you know, with the RNG I got, I would have got a 51 had I not taken the detour in 7.2 or like 6.10, right? Like those.
Or even
those
avoiding
two
a
things
hand,
were
you were
kind
very
of
close.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm really happy with that.
Those are very small moments.
Yeah.
You know?
I like the run as soon
sure.
as you didn't get runaway, bro. I thought the run was pretty good. As soon as no runaway
When he was on the square, I was so worried because like I'm like, oh, you can't prepare for this. Like, what if he comes back? What, you know, I'm dying 3 times. I look like a clown in front of like however many people, you know?
This guy speedruns, why is he dying, right? They
So yeah, Deathless definitely makes me happy.
Well, thank you for having us, GDQ. This was a lot of fun. Thank
Appreciate
you very
it.
much.
Well, thank you so much for performing the run, Haxor, and thanks for the amazing commentary. It's always fun to listen to y'all just hang out. It's like you're playing a game with friends.
Yeah, it's really fun.
Well, we are. Yeah, we are. We're all genuinely friends. So
Well,
it helps
yeah.
that.
So the word "like" it's exactly playing a game with friends, I guess.
The sleepover's not over yet, is it? Keep it going. All right.
Well, y'all don't have to go home, but you can't stay here. Because coming up next, we have Zombies Ate My Neighbors by Teddy Ras. Hope I pronounced that correctly. So we will be back on the other side of a quick break. Thanks again, y'all.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Thanks.